I did. About what?
You said you would do this show more often.
True, but oh well. I'm here now with a few films to review.
How many is a few?
3. I think we better roll the titles before Fred turns purple. Hey Smeggies, no time to mess around, let's start with a trailer. Yes, there's a new Jurassic World trailer that sent shivers down my spine, but we only had to wait 14 years for that. Yes, there's a fantastic new teaser trailer for Star Wars that almost melted the internet, but we only had to wait 32 years for Han Solo's return. I'm more interested in the sequel to Man of Steel. We finally get to see both Batman and Superman on the big screen together, which we've had to wait 76 years for. You can click here to see the trailer, but I get the feeling you already have. But to be honest, I can't see how this can be an improvement on Man of Steel because that film was perfect. Wait a minute, Batman and Superman in one film? It could be. And all those naysayers who were moaning about Ben Affleck will be eating their own words now after seeing a few snippets of him as Batman. Yes, this is just a teaser trailer, but if they showed too much, we'd be moaning. And the only downside to all of this? We have to wait another year for it. I think I'll explode before then. In other words, I can't wait.
How about reviewing the 3 films now, Chris?
Soon, I've got a book to review.
Ooh.
Guess what? Again, I'm talking about Superman. This is the ultimate guide to the Man of Steel. For the most part, I enjoyed reading about Superman, but the further I got into it, the more disappointed I felt. For starters, the write-up about the Golden and Silver Ages were just far too short. Then we had what the writer called the Dark Age, which was news to me. From 1986 to 2003 apparently. No DC fan ever called it that. Nor did DC. Also, it was going through the storyline of Superman's career, but instead of going in a chronological order, it started going back and forth in time, pretty much like a Tarantino film. It got confusing. On some of the pictures, they're wrong. Stargirl and Stripe shows a picture of the second Nightwing, not to be confused with Dick Grayson's Nightwing. And Girl 13 shows Flamebird. But it's not all bad, it comes in a sleeve, comes with this artwork, which is fantastic, and it makes a great paperweight. If you're not familiar with Superman, this will give you the lowdown. Just not an accurate one. Fans who follow the comic books might want to avoid this because you'll end up wanting to burn it.
Film review, now!
Fine. Yes, I have 3 films. Sorry about that. I do have some excuses, but I can't be bothered to tell you. Just know it was to do with Edinburgh. First up is Fast and Furious 7. We all know that Paul Walker sadly passed away before the film was finished, so it goes without saying that there is a sentimental end to it. I didn't cry at it. Almost though. As for the movie itself, it's basically what we've come to expect. Action-packed, never takes itself too seriously, over the top, and a fun roller coaster of a film. We finally get to see what happened after Tokyo Drift as it gets tied into this movie, and as per usual you don't have to follow the story. And with the added bonus of Jason Statham playing the bad guy, this film doesn't really falter. It's not perfect, but it's fun. I give Fast and Furious 7 an A+ for the handling of Paul Walker's exit. The next one I saw was John Wick, the Keanu Reeves revenge movie. We see some emotion at the beginning of the film when we find out that John Wick's just lost his wife. She leaves him a puppy, but that soon ends when some bad guys show up to steal his car. And that's when we find out who the real John Wick is. It turns out that he was an assassin, the best in the business, and pretty soon the body count starts mounting up. There are moments where you go, "No!" "Ah!" and "Yeah, get him!" or her. There's even humour throughout the film. For John Wick I give it a... It's not a film that you're going to fully invest in, but it does entertain. And finally, my review of Avengers Age of Ultron. As you know, the first one was beyond epic, so no sequel was ever going to match it. And sadly, that is true. But it's still the best film this year so far. Like the original, we're pretty much into the story straight away. The opening sequence is incredible, and the story is quite complex which you can follow, with a few discrepancies. For example, the scene where Thor's in a pool. Huh? I do love the fact that we find out more about Hawkeye, who is given more this time around. And the action? Oh, so good! The Marvel movie universe is still going strong as I give Avengers Age of Ultron a... I can't wait for Phase 3.
You're going to tell us you have another film, aren't you?
No, all done. And don't worry, I'm going to go to the cinema more often. I do pay for a monthly subscription after all. I need to get my money's worth. Anyway, it's time for me to go. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, peace out.
I tell you, if he doesn't do this more often, I'll start doing it.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Your sarcasm is noted.
Like the end of SmegChris, I'm not going to be putting any outtakes on the end of this video. Instead, I'm just going to talk to you about what's on my mind. And what's on my mind should have been in the script. It's the Suicide Squad film. I don't know if you've heard much about it, but Will Smith's in it. Fantastic actor, I think he's brilliant. I think he's playing Deadshot. But what's bothering me about the film is that they're putting the Joker in it. And if I know my history of Suicide Squad, I'm pretty certain the Joker was never in the Suicide Squad. So why is he in the film? I don't get it. I tell you who should be in the Suicide Squad film is Harley Quinn. Everybody seems to love Harley Quinn, and she has been in the Suicide Squad. In fact, I think she's currently in the Suicide Squad. It's a no-brainer, but well, DC are just allowing these movie makers to do whatever they want. That's what I wanted to say. I'm going now.